والسلام عليك يا رسول الله والصلاة والسلام عليك يا حبيب الله والصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله
والصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله
وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله صلى الله تعالى عليك وسلم. The Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam's beloved followers. Alhamdulillah, we've seen the method of giving ghusl to the deceased, and also how to put on the kafan on the deceased as well. What happens next? We take the janaza to, where do we take it? Moulana. Well, first we will take it to the place where namaz-e-janaza is going to be led. Now in some places it's done within the qabristan where there are facilities, and in other places they do it somewhere else before taking it to the qabristan. So what is the sunnah way of taking the janaza, carrying the janaza? Can I have 4 volunteers please? Amir, Hafiz-o, and Adil. Quickly, please. These are the 4 men, obviously because men are the ones who do the work, men who will be carrying each corner. So the sunnah way is that each of these will have 1 corner. So please imagine the janaza is here, Hafiz on the right, top right, Hafiz Muhammad, Amir top left, Adil here, bottom right, and Hafiz bottom left. Face up. They will be carrying the janaza on their shoulders. This is the sunnah way. 4 people minimum. Okay? 1 on the top right, 1 top left, bottom right, and bottom left. Where should the head be? The head of the mayyit should be at the front. So where Hafiz Yusuf and Amir Rasul, that is the side of the head of the deceased. Yes, so we're getting the rights and left confused again. I'm talking about the right and left of the mayyit. Okay? So the right of the mayyit is this side, and the left of the mayyit is the other side. So what if there is a lack of space? For example, you're taking it through a building and there's a narrow corridor, or the path where you are taking it from is narrow, then this shouldn't really happen. It is makruh for only 2 people to carry it, 1 at the front and 1 at the back. But in instances where the space is narrow, then this is fine. So minimum 4 people should carry unless there is lack of space. Now, for example, which side should you try to lift first? Each and every person. First of all, I will tell you the fazila, the benefit of carrying the janaza. You should try to carry the janaza on each corner. 10 steps on each corner. Totaling how many steps? 40 steps. A person who carries a janaza for 40 steps, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives 40 major sins of that person.
Subhanallah.
और प्यार से बोलो और बुलंद आवाज से यानी हर तरफ 10-10 कदम चले तो कुल 40 कदम हुए कि जो 40 कदम जनाजा ले चले उसके 40 कबीरा गुनाह मिटा दिए जाते हैं. That is the benefit. Now with the benefit in mind, how should you do it? First, the top right. So where Amir is standing here, that is the top right of the janaza. So you should attempt to first carry this side. Take 10 steps and then move. Give others a chance. As you know, whoever has been to a janaza, everybody is trying to take this sa'adat, this benefit, this fazilat of carrying the janaza. So 10 steps on the top right. Okay? Then you should come to the back. So he's taken 10 steps there, for example. Now he will come to where Hafiz Muhammad is stood. Bottom right of the janaza. And he will walk 10 steps. Okay? So this is where Amir will be now. He will swap with Hafiz Muhammad, for example. 10 steps here. Next, he will go to where Hafiz Yusuf is to. So top left of the Janaza. He will walk 10 steps on that side, and then after 10 steps, that's 30, he'll finish off his 40 by coming to where Adil is good. There you go. In each way, if you rotate, then everybody will inshallah get this opportunity of walking 40 steps with the Janaza and gaining this blessed glad tidings which has been given to us by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. At what speed should you carry the Janaza? It should be at a medium speed, not too fast that there is any harm or disturbance to the deceased body, and not too slow as well. They should be carried at a medium pace. Walking with the Janaza, so for those who are carrying it, apart from those who are in the congregation, it is best to walk. Okay? Paidal chalna behtar hai. And if you are in a vehicle, for example, you have some sort of disability and you have to travel with the car, so it's makruh, it's disliked to stay in front of the Janaza. If you are traveling in the car whilst the congregation is taking the Janaza, the car should be kept at a distance. It should not be kept in front, as this is makruh. But best way is to walk, inshallah. Whilst you are walking, how should you remain? You should remain silent. You should be remembering your death, because indeed, one day you are also going to be in the position of the deceased. You should also imagine the state of your qabr, the state of your grave. Imagine what the halat will be there. And you should refrain from worldly talk, and also you should refrain from things like laughter as well. Somebody who is laughing at that moment in time, then you should be thinking to yourself, what are you doing there? We should take lesson from all this, inshallah. Now, so that is how we should carry the Janaza. How many steps should we try to walk minimum with the Janaza?
40.
40. And which side should we start from? It's okay, you can sit down. Which side of the Janaza should we start from? Top right. And then bottom right. And then top left. And then bottom left. Bolo subhanallah. Now when you reach the place where namaz-e-janaza is going to be performed, the janaza should be put down on the ground. It shouldn't be put on any sort of platform. In those days, there was a possibility that they might have put it on some sort of, the animals which they used to use as sawaris, but that is not allowed. You should put it on the ground. Which way should it be facing? Just one volunteer again, please. Adil. Pretend Adil is the janaza. Which way? Qibla is that way. Which way should you place the janaza? Please lie down. Move your feet towards me. This is the way the janaza should be kept. So his right side, the right side of the mayyat is facing the qibla. One who has, so before we go on to the practical method of performing janaza namaz, if you have attended the congregation and you have come to this point of just before praying janaza namaz, you shouldn't leave without performing namaz-e-janaza. Okay? You shouldn't leave before praying namaz-e-janaza, and if you want to leave after you've completed your namaz-e-janaza, so for example in between when you finish namaz-e-janaza and before the actual burial, if you would like to leave straight after namaz-e-janaza, it is best to ask permission from the family of the deceased. यानी मय्यत के जो घर वाले होते हैं उनसे इजाजत लेना चाहिए. Namaz-e-janaza. So is this all clear? Taking the janaza, how to carry the janaza, and the benefits of carrying the janaza. Everybody clear on it?
Yes.
Simple? Subhanallah. Next, performing namaz-e-janaza. Can everybody stand up, please? I asked you to create rows. I don't see much of a straight line here. Please can you stand straight? Muballigeen se guzarish hai ki please. Namaz-e Janaza is Farz-e Kifaya. We've already heard the definition of Farz-e Kifaya. What is Farz-e Kifaya? Somebody please tell me, what is the meaning of Farz-e Kifaya? Somebody? Anybody? Yes? Somebody? Somebody was saying something there. Yes, it's an obligation which at least one person has to fulfill. If one person fulfills it, the responsibility is lifted from all the others. If those people who are aware that this person is deceased and there is namaz-e janaza, if those people who were aware did not perform it, nobody performed it at all, then they will all be sinners, they will all be gunehgar. The fazail of namaz-e janaza firstly. Sarkar sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam has stated, this is a hadith of Muslim Sharif. When a Muslim leaves this world, if 40 believers stand for his namaz-e janaza, meaning pray his namaz-e janaza, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts whatever du'as they make for that deceased. और मोहब्बत से बोलो और प्यार से यानी हुजूर सरवर कायनात सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया कि जो कोई मुसलमान मर जाए और खड़े होकर ऐसे 40 आदमी उसके जनाजे की नमाज पढ़ लें जो अल्लाह ताला के साथ किसी को शरीक न करते हों, तो अल्लाह ताला उनकी सिफारिश मैयत के हक में कबूल फरमाएगा. And I'm trying to miss out the unnecessary bits here due to a lack of time. There are two fara'is. What are the fara'is of namaz-e janaza? First one is the 4 takbeers, 4 takbeer. And secondly, it is qiyam, standing. Okay? Here, just to clarify that इमाम बीमार था, उसने बैठकर पढ़ाई और मुक्तदियों ने खड़े होकर पढ़ी तो नमाज हो गई. If for any reason whatsoever you're not able to stand, then if the imam, for example, sits and leads the namaz, but the muqtadis, those who are praying behind him, are stood, then that is fine. And there are two sunnats of namaz-e janaza. Just repeat for me. Number 1, 4 takbeers. What did I say? Sorry, there are 2 farais. First one is 4 takbeers. Second one, qiyam. Subhanallah. And there are 3 sunan, which are sunnate muakkada. First one is thana, praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Secondly, durud upon Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. And thirdly, dua for the mayyit. So let's start. First you will make intention. Intention is, you don't, as long as you've got intention in your heart, that is enough. Niyat dil ke irade ka naam hai. But if you wish to say it in words, all you have to say is that I intend to pray namaz for Allah. The namaz is not for the deceased, bear this in mind. The namaz is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the dua is for the deceased. So I intend to pray namaz for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and make dua for the deceased. Behind this imam, piche is imam ke, muh mera Kaaba Sharif ki taraf, facing the holy Qibla. Allahu Akbar. So the imam, where will the imam stand? This is one other clarification. So the mayyat is placed here at the front. Imam Saheb will stand next to the mayyat, close to his chest, level with the chest of the mayyat, close. And then I forgot to tell you about the safs. So the fazilat in normal namaz is that it's best to stand in the front saf. In janaza namaz is the opposite. People tend to rush towards the front, and when in normal namaz they stay in the back safs. But in namaz-e janaza it's more rewarding to stand at the back. Now this doesn't mean that everybody stays at the back, nobody comes towards the front. Whoever's nasib it is to stand at the back, then lucky you. And whoever is at the front, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you as well. There should be a minimum of 3 rows in namaz-e-janaza. If, for example, there is only 7 people in total, then how should you stand? 1 imam, 3 in the first row, 2 in the second row, and 1 person in the third row. Now, you've made your niyyah. Imam will say, Allahu Akbar. Everybody, Allahu Akbar. Holding your hands as you fall in namaz below your navel. And thereafter, you will read thana. Same as namaz, just a short addition. Pray after me, Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabaraka ismuka wa ta'ala jadduka. And now here you will add wa jalla thana'uka wa jalla thana'uka wa la ilaha ghayruk. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabaraka ismuka wa ta'ala jadduka wa jalla thana'uka wa la ilaha ghayruk. Imam Saheb will say Allahu Akbar, but you will not raise your hands in the takbeers after takbir tahrima. So only in the first takbir you will raise your hands. After that, your hands will remain folded. Remember this. After the second takbir, what will you pray? Durood Ibrahim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad kama sallaita ala Sayyidina Ibrahim until the end. Third takbir, Imam Saheb will say loudly Allahu Akbar. Again, make sure nobody raises their hands. And then you will pray the dua for the mayyit. Allahumma ghfir li hayyina wa mayyitina wa shahidina wa ghaibina wa saghirina wa kabirina wa dhakarina wa unthana. Allahumma man ahyaytahu minna fa ahyihi ala al-islam wa man tawaffaytahu minna fa tawaffahu ala al-iman. Just so you know, people know this dua, but briefly I will tell you the translation of this. So next time when you are praying this, at least you have in mind what it is you're making dua for. Ey Allah, tu hamare zindon ko bakhsh de aur hamare murdon ko, aur hamare haziron ko aur hamare ghaibon ko, aur hamare छोटों को और हमारे बड़ों को, और हमारे मर्दों को और हमारी औरतों को. ए अल्लाह, हम में से तू जिसे जिंदा रखे तू उसे इस्लाम पर जिंदा रख, और हम में से तू जिसे मौत दे तू उसे ईमान पर मौत दे. आमीन. Fourth takbir, Imam will say Allahu Akbar. Again, you will not raise your hands. And then soon after, the Imam will do salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. There is a misconception. People tend to think that when the Imam does salam, on the first salam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, people tend to think you let go of one hand and then Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah and the other hand. There is no base, there is no foundation of this. This is baseless. It's simple. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So as you do salam, you will let go of both the hands. Is this clear?
You know, a lot of people, yeah, when the Imam Saheb said Allahu Akbar, they follow and say aloud Allahu Akbar.
Moulana Husein Saheb, any questions which you have as it's time for Isha? Why is half past 8? MashaAllah. No problem. Moulana Husein Saheb inshallah will answer any questions at the end. As Akeel Bhai said, there will be halqas after Isha namaz. Any questions from start to finish of what we've gone through today, please ask our scholars and they will clarify it for you, inshallah.
Sorry, we couldn't hear at the back. When you do the salam, sorry, how should the hands be?
So you let go of both the hands.
At the second salam.
No. You just let go of the same hand.
As soon as fourth takbir is said by Imam, okay? Everyone please. First takbir, you read Sana. Second takbir, you read Durood Ibrahim. Third takbir, you read Dua for Janaza. Fourth takbir, as soon as Imam says Allahu Akbar, you say Allahu Akbar, leave your hands, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Is this clear? At fourth takbir, Imam says Allahu Akbar, you say Allahu Akbar and leave your hands, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
And what should the niyat be when you do salam? That you are doing salam to all those who are present, the angels, etc. And the deceased.